Welcome back to another episode of Weekend Bullshit. I am one of your hosts, Sloane from the Cartel UK, and with me is the Tattoo Titan, that is Jackson Vape Reviews.
Lovely job. Not too shabby, mate. Not too shabby.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while, and it has been a while. I don't know how long it's been. A couple of months, something around that region. I would have thought.
Something like that.
A lot's happened. Obviously, I've had stuff going on my end. You've had a little boy since, so
yeah. I'm now a proud father of a little screaming and shitting machine.
Yes, you are. Endless nights.
Endless shit. It is all good. Lack of sleep a little bit, but apart from that, everything's been going good. Like everything's changing. Like, but we're now using a new stream system, so bear with me if I get some little things wrong. I'll try my best not to. But and new mic. Well, I did buy a green screen because I decided to get a green screen so I can.
I was going to say that. Why ain't you got that on the go?
Well, I'm not too good with sizes, and this thing came out and it was like the size of a t-shirt.
No, seriously, way.
It's meant to be fucking massive. I'm not even joking. It was like this. It's for fucking taking pictures. It's for taking pictures of shit. Like,
yeah.
So I fucked that massively.
You need the big reflector one behind you, don't you?
Yeah. So I need to sort of order a much larger one, shall we say? It came out of the packet, and I was like, "No, this isn't right." But hey, at least everything else is up and running. But how's all the reviews and that going for you, mate? Everything good?
Yeah, no, plodding on as usual with me reviews each week. You know, whatever I get in, tanks or whatever, or been a bit slack on juices, to be fair with you. I got to admit, been a bit slack on the juice reviews. I don't know, just to be fair at the minute with juice reviews, it's just, I think you get into the thing where you vape certain juices. Well, I certainly do. You know, it's normally fucking Congo, Bongo or something around that region. Well, I haven't really been venturing out. I brought a couple earlier on in the week, again from Tripax, but juice-wise, I've not really been venturing out. I don't know. I'm always going back to my regular juices that I vape, so they've been falling off a little bit reviewing them. But the tanks and stuff, no, it's full steam out. I keep popping them out, and hopefully it's slowly going up. I would say. You know what, mate?
Yeah, no, I've been keeping an eye on it. It's you're on the up and up now. So we've got to keep it going.
Yeah, no, that's my aim. My aim is obviously just keep going, and hopefully sort of go up rather than go down. That's the plan. Just keep plodding on up, keep doing what I'm doing. Like I said, most people know most of the stuff I get, I buy myself with my own sort of money. So a lot of the stuff is dictated to what sort of money I want to spend, or what I have got to spend to review, sort of thing. But no, there's always something I keep doing each week. You know, or if it's that. But no, all good, to be fair. Not too shabby, shall we say? Not too shabby.
Well, as we're talking about vapes, what are you vaping on, mate? Anything fun? Anything exciting? Anything dangerous?
Yeah. To be fair, I've been vaping this. I ain't reviewed it yet, to be fair with you. Obviously, they've got the Aegis X with the Torch RTA. And sod it, I'll say it's fucking good tank, mate. It's a good fucking tank. Honestly. It's considering it's. I know you're looking at it, you're thinking, oh, it's got disco lights on it. I get that. Don't get me wrong, right? You know, you don't like club, you want to be noticed. Now it's Christmas coming, right? Get the lights on the go. Yeah. But it's top airflow. Yes, it's top airflow. It's not too shabby. That ain't too shabby. I think the review's out Monday. To be fair with you. And then last but not least, I don't know how well it shows up on light. We've got the converter with the Wasp Nano RTA number 2, which the review's up on the channel. Single coil, stunning, mate.
Okay.
No, I've done a review on it, and some people obviously don't, because I buy my stuff. It depends on what I buy and stuff. I got the single coil, and like I said in the review, I had problems with it leaking, with muted flavour. In the end, I had to take every single O-ring off replaced the O-rings, and I got decent vapor out of it. But I got chatting to one subscriber. He copied me, and he said it improved, but he still had mid flavour. Got hold of Bogan in his chat, and Bogan said, "What basically we got given the second lot of the single coil, which was endless problems." So he got in touch with Dovepo, if anybody wants to know. He got in touch with Dovepo, and they basically admitted this X amount of problems with batch number 2 of the single coils.
Okay.
But refused to do anything about it, and said basically to correct the problems to buy another blotto. So I personally think it's a piss take. I really do. And I think
massively.
I do. Bogan's a massive sort of reviewer, and he knows what he's on about. I think he should have put a video out really to say if you had batch number 2 that you've got problems that you're not going to fix, sort of thing. So I sort of, to be honest with you, being that ain't that old, and then obviously I got the Wasp Nano 2, both single coil, both very similar. This pisses on it all day long. I know I mean all day long. With no problems at all.
I only had this, the original Blotto, but the Splotto version, I wasn't keen on it. But Tony Laura said the 80s wants their lights back.
What?
For your from your torch. The 80s want their lights back.
From my torch? Oh, yeah. No. Come on. I like a bit of lighting. I do like a bit of lighting. But no, you need to get a Wasp Nano RTA number 2. Honestly, really good flavour. Yeah, I'm only vaping this at what? I can't see the wattage, but because I've turned it around, 35 watts.
That's not bad.
35 watts, mate.
I remember when I first got fucking hell.
35 watts. One of your coils in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, put one of your coils in there.
Are they all right?
An Alien, yeah. I enjoy it. I'll put it, I've done my review, and if I remember rightly, because it's meant to come with 2, the Chinese coils. A lot of people say they're shit. So I did try it, because obviously previously I was vaping it on your coil, and then for the review I thought, sod it, I'm going to use one of the 2 that comes in the package. Now I only got 1 in the package when you're meant to get 2. I thought, sod it, we'll do it that way. And even with one of them coils, it's not too shabby at all. Not too shabby.
Most of the stock coils that they give you, they're not too bad if you just vape them. They're nothing special. They fucking
they're nothing special. Don't get me wrong, and I do think, despite where the coil come from, I think if you get an RTA or an RDA, a couple of coils, it gets you off the mark if you haven't got nothing in, just to sort of give it a rough sort of guide. You know what I mean? A little bit of cotton and stuff like that. I like to see stuff like that, because when they're popping out the tanks in their thousands, a couple of coils are going to cost them pennies, aren't they, to add in the box? Yeah.
And plus, if it's someone's first RTA,
this is what I mean. Yeah, they haven't got to run out and get coils and find a decent coil builder. You can literally bang a couple of coils in and off you go. Yes, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say, are they the next best thing? They're coils. No, they're not. They really ain't, but they still do the job. So then, obviously, I've done the review with that one of their coils, and then obviously after I put your coil in, and that's in sense. Lovely job, mate. 35 watts. No, but it is. I tend to find myself mostly in the morning and probably late at night, to be fair with you. When I'm vaping 80 or 100 watts, it sort of kickies on the chest a little bit. You know what I mean? So I have to sort of come down in wattage. So I normally go over to this now and have a little scoop on this late at night or early in the morning. And just really around, mate. Boy, what are you waiting on there? That's me anyway. However, don't know which way around, can't remember. We got a bit of plumberry. I've had this before from Dripback. No, not too shabby. And then I didn't have this before, so I got myself a bottle of this. The apple and the blackcurrant from Dripback. Obviously, I put ice in them both. And I quite like them both. I do quite like them both. So, and that's it, mate. That's a pint of Coke. Jobs are good. Over to you.
Well, Tribal Buddha says the Cloud Cartel UK cores only go on high-end stuff like his Redemption and Lycan. Oh, and before we go, King Solo, who was the one who kept going on at me about restarting the show because he was bored, he said, "You two fuckers don't look too shabby." So, cheers, mate.
I know. Okay. Come back from work.
Oh, I've been shopping, so I've been a domestic goddess today. What am I vaping on? Quite a bit actually. We got the usual OG Recoil heavy hitter in there, and I fucking love this liquid that you sent me, the pineapple grapefruit. But I cannot taste pineapple. I can't taste pineapple, but the liquid tastes really good. I really like it. I know you're not too keen on it, but I thought it was fucking.
I didn't taste it. Like I said, I opened it up, put a couple of nick shots in, and that was it. And I sent it. I just didn't like the smell straight away. I didn't know. I thought, no, that ain't.
It's really sweet. It's really good. It's an absolute wick destroyer.
It will be. Yeah, it will be.
Oh, massively. I've also got the vape shell or snail. I can never fucking remember what one it is. In the sup box, and in there I have double grape from Jackson as well, which it's okay. It's nicer in a Boro tank than it is on like anything direct relung. Somehow that, yeah. The only thing I don't like, I don't know why. I've cleaned it, but can you hear that? Yeah. It's really crunchy. I don't know why, but
yeah, that's good. Yeah, I didn't even notice that, to be fair, yeah.
I've also got the Tree of Life Axial Pro in that Banana Man. Billet box with the Mob Mini in that is Banana Man. And lastly, Jackson laughed at me for this. It's the ether on the Odin 100 with with that. I really like it. It's quite fun. And in that, I've got some Yoda something or other.
Oh, yeah.
Yoda babies, Yoda something. It's a lemonade thing.
Yeah.
And and I'm drinking some Skull Crusher coffee, Wake the Dead, because I'm fucking knackered, so I ain't sleeping tonight. Yeah. So that's me. But I wasn't going to tell you beforehand. You sent me a load of disposables, which I have been using in the car. You're right, DJs. Yeah, and you sent me one which is a berry lemonade.
Did I? I can't remember. I just put them in a package and sent you one.
Which is the fizz one. It's yeah. You're gonna laugh. I was vaping it today when I was in the car, and the first puff, you're like, oh, that's really nice. The second puff, it tastes like mint sauce. Do you remember what you put on your roast dinner?
Yeah, I love mint sauce in my roast dinner. Love it.
Mashed potato, veg, and loads of mint sauce, and I'm happy. But that's what it tastes like.
Really?
Identical to mint sauce. And I was like, oh, that's fucking weird. Oh, that tastes like mint sauce. And
go on, carry on.
Put it down. I haven't been able to put it down. You all right, Geordie?
This is it. You know, like I've now done 2 reviews of disposables, and you know, I understand a lot of people go on about it and they don't like. You know, a lot of people say they shouldn't be. You know, you shouldn't have them in the vaping industry. There's too many and all that lot. I get it to a point, and I get all the waste and stuff like that. But I never tried them until I was sent a couple. I think it was the true ones start off with, and then the fizzy ones. The only thing I noticed that everyone I tried and everyone that I got sent had ice in every one. Luckily, I like ice, so it was a good thing. And to be fair with you, I think you've got to look at it sort of as a smoker coming over to see, you know, would that work? And like I said in my reviews, I do think disposables do have a place, and I think
they have a massive place.
You know what I mean? And I think if you get that right flavour, because what I tended to find, especially with the fizzy ones and the true one, is a decent draw. So they have got a decent draw to them, with, you know, with the kicking at the back of the throat. If you've got that right flavour, I think you're going to be laughing. Yeah, I think you know, you spend the odd couple of quid, the odd 5-6 quid here and there, going through a couple of them, you know, to get that flavour. But I don't think they're half bad. I really don't. It's like last Sunday. Well, I was in London last week, and as a numpty, I sort of took what I thought was going to last. And I didn't take no charger. I didn't take no batteries, and they all died Saturday. And then Sunday, I had to vape a disposable all day, all flipping day. It was hard. I ain't going to sit here and lie. It was hard.
Yeah.
But it saved me going to buy a packet of fags.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So I think it does work.
See, I use them in the car because I don't like blowing clouds. Well, I've started to vape outside now. So,
yeah.
So I've got the thing for the car, and I've been going through loads of different ones because you told me about a Washington vape, and they have a lot of them on sale, and I just fuck it, I just buy a load of random ones. My favourite flavour was the watermelon splash by Frunk Bar.
Oh yeah,
but the draw is fucking horrendous.
See, this is it, isn't it? They do. I don't.
Is
I got sent another lot. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. At the minute, I'm not going to mention the name, but I got sent a new lot. Only the other day, the new out on the market. I think they've only just got released Friday, so yesterday. I don't think they're much cop. It's a well-known, company that make them. But comparing them to sort of True Bar and the Fizzy Bar, they're pretty crap. You know what I mean? And they were sort of like to me, when you review them, can you say that the UK's #1 disposable? And I said, but they're not. And they said, yeah, but can you say it in the review? And I says, well, no, to be frank, we are. I says, because the other ones I've tried are miles better, and yours just really ain't that good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even I know they're only £6, but and then if somebody's watching you think, oh, I'm going to go and try that one, that's £6 down the fucking drain. So
they're taking your word for it as well.
Tried, the True Bar and the Fizzy Bar, they are decent, but these new ones, what I've been sent, are shit. The flavour there's not real. Like with the fizzy ones and the True Bars, you get a good hit of the flavour, don't you? Yes, you get ice. Don't get me wrong, you get that ice hit, but you still get the good flavour. So if it says peach on it, you vape it, and you get peach.
Yeah.
With these ones, the airflow's at the bottom, right? Wider airflow, so you're getting more air in them, but it just lacks the flavour, and you don't get this tighter draw like you would expect off a cigarette. It's just too open, and it don't work. Really don't work, and they look shit. They look ridiculous.
Yeah, see, my favourite one that I really liked was the original Nasty Bars, which looked like mini jewel pods. The thin, slim ones before they changed them to the Nasty Fix, which is the Nixon one. The original one had the perfect draw because it was like a cigarette draw, and the flavour was on point. But
that's what you need.
The problem with the disposables is you get what you buy, so you don't have a choice in anything. You just got to take. You can't test it before, so you just sort of got to go with it.
It's true, isn't it? It is true.
But for the price, mate, if you're going to the pub and you run out of vapes, you think, oh fuck, I don't want cigarettes. Spend £4 or £5, and it'll get you through the night. You might not be happy.
Yeah, I've seen them now. You get like 4 for a tenner and stuff like that, which ain't too bad, is it? Just to have here, there, everywhere. I couldn't. I'll be honest. I couldn't sit there all day and vape on them. No, I couldn't.
No,
I've got over tanks. No, I couldn't. I'm not going to lie. But it does, like I said, it dug me out of a whole Sunday. I just vaped it all day. You know what I mean? Because I had nothing freaking out. It was like I'm vaping the hell out of it. And I think, it says 600 puffs, but as a vapor, you don't get 600 puffs because you're fucking pulling back on it that much. You probably end up getting about 300. I think anyway. You get about 300, where obviously a new smoker is having a little toot, which so you're getting more puffs.
Yeah.
But no, it's one of them. I think they're all right to a point for people like that. But I think you compare them. If once you've come over to that and got the disposable, I think then Mark the long tank does the job. I really do. Decent Mark the long tank. Watch a couple of reviews, get the coil in, bump. I don't think.
Yeah.
I really don't.
It's a different ball game completely. They do have their place, but they're not for everybody. It's the same as like mechs aren't for everybody. Series mechs aren't good for everybody. Direct lung, some people can't do. Or mouth to lung. No, I've been only been doing mouth to lung only just because of making coils. But even that I haven't done properly because everyone was like, I don't know if you're the same. A true mouth to lung is 0.7 and higher.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. My mouth to lungs are 0.5 because I personally think you get a better flavour and a better production at 0.5. Yeah, you have to whack it up a little bit more.
Yeah, I get that. Of course, do.
But I personally think it performs better than a 0.7 because I've got it on the ether with the MTL insert. I've got it in the billet boxes. I've got it in the glass mini, which is the Steam Crave mouth to lung tank. And I personally just feel that it's like that. It's that weird space between restricted direct lung and mouth, that little grey area. But it's where I thought they tasted better. So that's why I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing the 0.7s and higher. I'm staying
lower now.
0.5, yeah. And that's why I sold them that way. Is I've had people say, oh, I want a 0.7. I was like, well, I don't prefer them that way. So and you just send them somewhere else because I would quite happily make them. But then at the same point, I was like, I wouldn't want to sell something I wouldn't vape myself.
Yeah, no, I get that. I only sell what you vape. No, of course I do. The only thing with me is obviously I started on when I come over I started on sub-ohm tanks and stuff like that because I didn't know what I was doing. And obviously you get into it and you figure out what you want to do. I don't like with me. Obviously got onto RTAs and RDAs and then it was just not. I don't know how you say it. It's like weren't hitting the spot. I think I was still craving that draw off a cigarette, and then obviously got, at that point I sort of knew Mark Nature Vape and whatnot, and he's sort of always on the mouth to long tanks. That's all he sort of vapes, the mouth to long tanks. Now I went from there and then never looked back. I think with myself it's 50-50, direct lung as well as mouth to lung, because I think mouth to lung takes the craving away more than direct lung because you get the draw as well as the hit, where obviously direct you don't. It's not fucking vaping, but that's what I mean.
Well, I got my nick anyway, so my series mech is now 3 milligram, where I was on like 1. So I'm now getting that throat hit. So other morning I may only have like 4 or 5 puffs on series in the morning, where before when it was on 1, I was chugging it.
Yeah,
I just continuously chugging.
Yeah, it's trying to get something that's not there.
All the mouth to lungies type stuff is like 4.5. So I'm still getting the throat. But then you can also change it up and go, fuck it, I'll go more ice. And you still will, and you will get the effect throat hit. So you save going higher on your nick. You could just up the cold factor of it.
Tell you what I do. Well, I don't know if everybody does it or it's just me, but you go through like phases where sometimes I'll go weeks with a squonk mod with a dripper on top, and I'm happy with it. And then sometimes, it's not hit the spot, that goes away, and then I bring an RTA out and I vape that endlessly. I don't know. I keep swapping stuff.
I'm really weird since doing the coils, like from when Cairo was when T went in to give birth. This has just been smashing it. This has been my daily banger. It's a little Boro tank on a Chinese sup box, and that's only on 35 watts. And I take this everywhere with me, like absolutely everywhere. But before that, it was always massive coils in a mech, blowing massive clouds. That still gives off quite a lot of clouds, but it's more effective. Like with the throat here, you get
what you want.
A decent amount of cloud production with a full flavor because the chamber's tiny. So I don't know if you see that metal bot, the metal cube that's got the coil and that's the chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking tiny, so it obviously ups the flavour. And it's just got a single 18650 in there. So I take 3 with me and I'll go through maybe 1.5 a day.
So you can't moan at stuff like that.
You can't really go wrong.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't fucking moan at it. You really can't.
So my vaping's changed completely. I'm a bit like you. You go from one to the other and you just jump about.
I do. I know, because obviously I still, and I'm not going to lie, I still get cravings for cigarettes now. I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it kills me. I don't know. I don't know if it's a mood thing. When you're in sort of a mood or you're not very happy. I don't know if it's that sort of triggers it, or it's just literally because I smoked for so many years. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I can be vaping, mouth to lung, direct lung, and I'll keep sort of looking at it, and I still want a cigarette. But obviously, you push through it, don't you? You just keep pushing through it. But I do suffer from that. I do get that a lot. I do.
Oh,
Only the other week.
Go
Go
on.
on. I was
No,
going to say, it was only the other week with me when it was killing me for about 3 days. Literally, I was kept on playing around, moving mouth to lung tanks, trying different mouth to lung tanks and putting different liquids in it, and it weren't working. It weren't doing the job. But touch wood, I pushed through it. It was about 3 days when I needed that fag, but touch wood, I never had it. I thought, I'm not doing it.
See, I went through that stage a little bit, and then I went to Vape Jam, the convention, like 3 years ago. And there's the French e-liquid company that does a decanto. It's a Cuban cigar flavored, and it was spot on to a really nice Cuban. And I had like 3 little bottles of it, and I went through a stage of really wanting a cigarette. Literally, I put that in a direct lung, mate. I didn't want a cigarette. It was like smoking, but without the nastiness.
Yeah, you see, yeah.
But sometimes I know what you mean. Like sometimes you just feel, I just want I don't want a dirty fag.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do need one, especially when shit goes south and you're a bit stressed with stuff.
This is it. That's what I think. Yeah, that's it. That's the word, stressed. Sort of where your head's not sort of there, and you can stressed and everything peeing you right off, and it's just the vapes ain't cutting it, and it's But I think
it's a habit, and they say a habit's harder to break than an addiction. Because it's a long habit. I smoked for many years. I couldn't even tell. Well, I think I was 12 when I started, and I'm in my 30s now.
Years, isn't it? Years.
But it still is a massive habit. When I go into the shop, the first thing I look at, well, now it's a board where the cigarettes are behind. But because when you used to smoke, the first thing you used to do when you go in the shop, you look at the ciggies and say, "Oh, do they still sell Mayfair?" Do you know what I mean? I think that's pretty much what it might be, because it's just a really bad habit.
It's just weird, isn't it? Like I said, it's probably everyone, not just me. Well, hopefully it's not just me. Yeah. It's more of you out there that are the same. But no, I think you just got to push through it, ain't you?
I think the good thing was I slipped up probably 2 years ago, and I was at work, and it was just before I got married. And a guy that I work with, Turkish bloke, he has Turkish loose tobacco. When he goes home, he brings it back in literally a bag, and it's just loose tobacco. And this shit is strong for like rolling. I need a ciggy. Give me one. And I'd had 2 puffs on it, and I was nearly sick. It tasted so bad. And from then, I was just like, I definitely don't want to do it now.
Yeah.
I think you forget how nasty they are, and then you'll go out and buy a packet of ciggies, and you'll light, and you'll be like,
when you smoke yourself, you never used to smell how bad it smell. You know what I mean? The thing that killed me, though, and I'll be honest, the thing that kills me, and I hate it, is when I smoked. I like curry. I like hot curry, man. I do. And I could eat most hot curries out there quite easily. When I start to run over to vaping, I cannot eat nothing hot. It kills me. I cry. I can't do it. So I'm presuming, I might be fucking wrong, might be pissing in the wind, but I think when you're smoking, it must kill certain taste buds or something off your tongue. It does. So when you're eating that hot curry, you can't tell it's hot. And then as soon as you stop it, and everything, you're vaping, everything slowly comes back. It just, boom, I can't do it. I can't. I've lost it. I can't eat hot curries anymore.
I was to say, well, I don't have the choice. I don't have a choice. I eat hot curry because of the wife.
But no, it's certainly strange. It is certainly strange. But it's
the same with the smell. My smell came back. I noticed smells that I never noticed before.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't think I've got that back. I don't think I've ever got the smell back.
Well, my sinuses are fucked anyway, so I have a bad sense of smell. But it must have been about 3 months into quitting. Then all of a sudden I could start smelling more than what I could before. Because it all goes together, isn't it? The smell and taste. It's all sort of
it's all linked, isn't it?
connected.
Yeah, everything's fucking linked.
Yeah. It was mad though, because I've got a couple of people at work that have just switched over from smoking to vaping.
No, that's good. You need to vape. Vaping's always better than fucking smoking miles better.
Oh, massively,
no matter what you smoke, disposables, fucking mouth along, direct along, whatever, it's all better than fucking, smoking by miles, man.
And I think it's quite nice seeing the excitement, because the first they just bought one of the little, I think it's the Aspire. It's like the little, like a clearomizer, thin thing.
Yeah.
And they're all outside puffing, all excited. And they was asking, like, because there's a couple of other people that vape, asking them what they're vaping. You can see them on YouTube and all that.
Yeah,
I want one of them. I want one of them. Here we go. Down the rabbit hole you go.
As you know, I went to London. I was down in neck of the woods last week, 3 days.
Yeah.
Never seen. I was the only one vaping direct lung, right? RTA. Everybody else are all disposables. Disposable. Yeah. Everywhere I looked. And mate, I was walking across the streets, right, having a chug on me direct lung, on me torch, right? And everybody's looking at me like, gone out. Even the missus is like, no, just vape mouth to lung, come off that. It's like, no, I don't care what I'm fucking vaping. But they're all on disposables. I couldn't get my head around it.
Because you can get them everywhere, especially Edgware Roadway and Paddington Way. Is most of the shops. If you run out of disposables, every other shop sells them.
Yeah, no, I noticed that. That's one thing I was going to touch on, because here in Carv, obviously, London to Carv, it's not long. I think it took me about an hour to get there. But it's a different, shop-wise and how everything is, it's a different world there compared to where I am. And all you noticed is every other shop was vape juice disposables. It must have been like 20, 30 vape shops in one street, and that's every street. There's hundreds of shops with disposables.
They're so fucking expensive. I run out of liquid. I don't know if we spoke about this before, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to go to one of these shops. I went to like 7 different shops on one street, and the bottles of nasty juice that you get them in the little tins of 3.
Yeah,
32 quid. I was like, what?
I won't pay it. Mate. I couldn't.
Well, I ended up finding one shop that I knew the guy who owned it, and he gave me a bottle of, I think it was some strawberry shit, and it was like a £23 liquid. He was like, "I'll just give us a tenner for it," because I've known him for years, and I was like, "Oh, thank fuck for that."
Yeah.
He wanted to charge a £5 for a nick shot.
No, I won't pay it, man. I won't pay it. Oh no,
that's the problem with these because there's always the vape shops within like a money exchange, isn't it? Or a vape shop within a phone shop, so they just bump the prices up. But you've got to remember, they're
I nicked in one because I did like I said it when I went. It was a spur of the moment thing, so it was literally a bump, and that's why I didn't take that. I just took a couple of mods and a bit of juice, and I didn't have enough on me, and I went into one shop because one I was going to buy instead of what my aim was buy a couple of batteries, right?
Yeah,
get me out of the shit and get some juice, and then they had. If you're in the UK, you'll all remember it. Is Dracula blood, right?
Oh yeah.
The original one from when I first started. Now that used to be about £4 or £5, £18, £18, and it's crap. It's crap. Then you nick shot on top, which is a £5, 23 quid for a little 50ml fucking knocked up juice in your back garden. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
If I would have known, I would have taken you to, and I will say one of the best vape shops in London where I started, and they're dirt cheap, and they'll let you try everything, and you were literally 15 minutes away from it. So
I didn't know. I was close, mate. I sat on the bench with Banter.
As I was telling you, it was fucking weird. I'm sitting in the office. I literally left 10 minutes before, and it was like, "Where the fuck are you?" He's at Paddington, like a cheeky bastard. Don't even give me a call. So, aren't you from London?
Like I said, though, it was spur of the fucking moment. We was going to go, and then we weren't going to go, and then it just sort of happened. I think we only knew on the sort of Thursday, Friday, and obviously I went Saturday morning. But no, it's different. Something different. You know what I mean? It's not too shabby up there. Not too shabby.
It's all right. It's not a too bad little area around there, but
You've just,
pricey.
like I said, with all them fucking trains and everything, God, I wouldn't be able to do it myself. My missus done everything. I just followed her. She picked the train. We went on that train. And that was it. Mate. It was tap the card, tap the fucking card. And she knew where it was going. But it's just, it is mind-boggling. It is.
Yeah.
It's a lot different to obviously here. A lot different.
Yeah. It's a completely different kettle of fish.
But no, it was very good. Very good indeed.
Well, we are half hour in, so before we go any further, we're going to take a 1 minute break to show some appreciation for some of our friends of the show. So sit back and enjoy the last minute. There you go. It's my little bit of fancy work this morning.
That's good. I like it. That's good. I like that.
This show's all about looking after each other and just being nice to each other and having a laugh. So we have friends of the show that we appreciate what they do. So that bumper will progressively get a bit longer when we have more friends of the show. And thank you. Just thank you to everybody that's on there, and thank you to Anthony Ramella, who's Shake and Bake Media, for doing this lovely background thumbnail for the show. Yeah.
Looking good. Looking good.
Yes, we've gone a bit fancy now, Mark.
Yeah, we've upgraded slightly. Well, you have your microphone and all that lot. I'm still fucking here. My microphone's over here, not even fucking plugged in.
Right, I had to, because it was getting fucking ridiculous. This wasn't too bad. It was a lot easier to put together than I thought it was. It come in a fuck off box, but there is something that I did buy that to this day I've had it for like a month and I still don't know how to fucking use it, which is one of those sound cards.
What?
If any of you in chat know how to fucking use this thing, give me a shout, because I've tried doing it. I've tried putting it together like 6 or 7 times. It hasn't worked.
What's that meant to do?
Oh, it's to do with sound, and it's got like we can do levels of sound. And
no,
it's got
I wouldn't have a clue. Yeah. I wouldn't have a clue, mate. Not my thing. No, I wouldn't know what to do with it or anything.
I plugged it in, and somehow I pressed voice changer, and I sounded like the fucking transformer. So I fucking unplugged it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know how to do that. More likely, I would have thought someone in chat would know. The only thing I've upgraded is now I got my telly.
Oh shit! I'm really sorry, Tobias. That is a really loud fucking bumper. I'm just deafened Tobias. You're right, Frankie, mate. But yeah. So, what have we got on the horizon? You got anything coming up that you want to talk to us about?
No, absolutely no. I just got reviews. It's what I think I got the torch going out Monday. You know, the torch. Wow. I really do like it, honestly. I know it lights up, but I do like it. It's decent flavour. It is decent flavour. Top airflow. Apparently, it's top and side, but it ain't fucking side. I don't know where they're getting the side from, because it goes down into the chamber, so it ain't fucking side. That, and then obviously whatever's around. I don't plan anything. You know me. I'm not that sort of person with the kids and everything like that. Nothing's planned. Yes, I do. I plan a review, but it's on that day. It's whatever I fancy reviewing. So I don't do nothing in order. It's just what's there comes out. So ticking away at the reviews. Obviously, I'd like to sort of hit the 500 for Christmas subscribers. That's the plan. Well, I'm hoping. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. What we
I
on
just
now?
plodding on, mate. Plodding on. What am I on now?
Yeah.
480, something like that.
We're nearly there.
We're getting there. We're getting there slowly. We're getting there slowly.
Come on, guys. Let's do a Make-A-Wish Foundation. We need.
Make a wish.
No,
No, that's fine. I was obviously.
500.
That was the plan. I understand. You know, I know. Many years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, it was a lot easier to get subscribers. I get that. Everybody's told me that. You know, it's harder nowadays for reviewers to sort of get subscribers. But, you know, like I said before, and like I've said in the video previous, I didn't want to jump out there and go on every UK show to get subscribers. I didn't want to do that, and I haven't done that, you know, because it's all well and good going out and probably going on 15, 20 shows and getting subs, because you get subs off other shows because of who's on that show, who that show is, you know, so you get subs from them. And then I think you lose out on views. So if you're putting content out, a lot of them don't watch you. So I wanted to sort of do it the opposite way around, where put a decent review out, and then hopefully people watch and think, oh, you know, he knows what he's doing, it's a good review, and then get a subscriber from that. You know, so you keep them. Technically, I class them as you keep them. You're earning them as you go, which I think you should do it. That's the way I think you should do it. I don't think you should go on 15, 20 shows just to get subs. I really don't, because it's all well and good having 1,000 subs and then getting 20, 30, 40 views. It's like disappointing. Well, it would be for me anyway.
Well,
you're on 1,000 subs, but I'm only getting 40 views on each thing I'm doing. I'd be like, something don't look quite right here. So when you're doing reviews, my aim is to try and do them really good, decent camera work, try and explain everything, prove that I've used it prior. Then with some reviewers, you can blatantly tell they've never used the product when they're just literally getting out the box made out. They've used it for 3 weeks and then off you go. You can clearly see they haven't, because the mistakes they made. So no, that's my aim, and I'm true to that. I just want to get subs for putting out decent reviews, and people sort of looking and thinking, well, he's on about whatever tank or whatever mod, he knows what he's on about. Yes, we'll go buy it, or no, we won't, because I'm not going to ever say something's good when it's not. I really ain't. You know what I mean? Like I touched on the blotter earlier on. A lot of reviewers out there will say the blotter single coil is absolutely stunning, the flavour is absolutely brilliant, and all this lot, but it don't come without problems. Do you know what I mean?
Massively, yeah.
Yeah, you just got to be honest, because especially in today's age, a majority of people with money and everything like that, you listen to certain people. I surely have before I did it, and you go and buy it, and then you get it home. You get excited, and you think, oh, it's coming today. I'm staying in, need to be there. And then you drop the coil in, you wick it up, you juice it up, and it's a load of crap. You think you've done something wrong, and you haven't done anything wrong. It's been overhyped. It's been sold as something it really isn't. Do you know what I mean? And I just that ain't me. So that's what I'm trying to do, is just be honest, truthful, do a good review, and get me subs.
I think the other good thing with like your review, the way you review, is obviously it's honest and open opinion. If you get shit, it's shit. But also you're not just going for the newest shit. So for people looking for maybe don't care that it's not the newest shit, they just want a decent vape. Yeah. They can look for your channel and say, fuck, I don't want to spend 60 quid on, or even like 70 on a new QP design, whatever it's called. I just want something for under 30 quid that is a decent RTA. I don't care if it's 4 or 5 years old. At least with with your reviewing, it's stuff that's accessible to everybody.
Yeah, I think it's got to be, because I'm not the problem. I think what a lot of people have got to realise, and the way I realise stuff, and I don't know it for everyone, so I'm not saying it for everyone, but some reviewers will say, when you've got X amount of subs and you are getting everything, the newest, the greatest thing sent to you week in, week out, and eventually you've got, you're getting 10 products, 10 tanks a week, you're never going to have to buy again because they're getting sent in. If you then turn around and say, you put your an RTA comes and you turn around and say it's a load of crap, that company is not going to send you any more products again. Right. And then that reviewer then will have to go out and buy the products. Now, for the normal everyday bloke, you ain't going to be able to jump out there and buy 10 tanks. It's not going to happen because you physically ain't going to have the money. You ain't going to have the money. So I think a lot of them do over-exaggerate quite a bit. I really do. I do believe that. And I just, coming into it, I sort of understood that, it's a lot harder now, and you've got to sort of put your own sort of money in, to get anything out. So, just be fucking honest. And then if people want stuff reviewing and they know you're honest, they know what to expect. So if they believe their product is good or crap, But, like I said, I know it's not a tank, it's nothing special, but, like I touched on earlier on about them disposables, they want a review to say they're the best disposable in the UK. They really ain't. They really ain't. They're not. So I don't see me doing a review and saying, yes, this is the next best thing. It beats every disposable out there. You need to go and buy it now, because you're lying. And, even if it's just one person or if it's 10 people, they go out and spend £6, a couple of quid delivery for nothing. Do you get what I mean? I just, because I wouldn't want it done to me, because I remember when I first started and I used to watch certain reviewers and then I'd buy stuff and I'd get it back. And I always kept on thinking it weren't as good as what this reviewer was saying. And I thought, well, it's got to be me. I've got to have done something wrong. I've got to put the coil in wrong. I've got to have done the wicks wrong. And you sit there, hours for hours changing this, changing that, and you still end up with the same result. The tank's shit. It's not me. It's just oversold that it's something that it really ain't. And I just thought, no, I'm being me. I'm being honest. And, some people watch, some people won't watch. They really won't. But, as long as it's ticking away, as long as it's not going down.
But
that's
from
the
what you were saying, what you were saying about tell it's a good a product, tell them it's the number one disposable. The one I was surprised at was Damn Vape, with the nitrous, when they contacted me and said, "Oh, can we send you an RDA to single and dual? I just want your honest opinion on it. If it's rubbish and you think I should change that, please let me know." And then they sent me two, and obviously I sent one for you to review, and it had no hype at all. And do you know what? It is one of the best single coil RDAs, small chamber out there.
No,
it's fucking cheap as well.
Yeah, it is really.
But they didn't want any bullshit. I was like, look, if it's crap, tell us it's crap. We want to know what's going down. I think that's probably quite hard to find, because I never really, because obviously I don't review. I don't normally get offer stuff, but I've had that and two other bits that have been asked, and that was the only company I came across that was just genuinely really wanted to put out a good product and wanted to know what was going down. They even said, like, what coils do you think work best in it? And you're like, oh, okay. You're asking for my opinion. Like, you don't get that every day.
Shouldn't it? Yeah, that's how it should be.
Well, like with old products, like, was it Roy Reviews, when you was on the show with him and he showed that alien unicorn? Everyone says it's an old tank. I think it's lovely. And that's an old tank. And I was like, do you know what? I'll give it a go. It's fucking such a good RDTA. And that is super old as well. It was a bastard to try and get hold of.
Well, this is it. A lot of the stuff is still, or the older stuff is still just as good, if not better than half the stuff that's out now. It really is.
But that's where the views are coming in. When you were saying, like, oh, I'm not getting the subs in that, it's because everybody's looking for the reviews of the newest things.
Yeah, this is it. It is hard competition to try and get views. A lot of views are always going to come off the newest thing. They are, but when you're competing with, when you're a very small reviewer competing with top end reviewers, it's hard, because the top end reviewers, they're always going to get the product first. They get it before shops and everything like that. So the time they've put their review out and then you've got the chance to buy it, you're still a good 3-4 weeks behind.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So you're always on the back foot, and you're never, ever going to catch them up on views. It's not going to happen, because they've got that product out there weeks before you can possibly. But you just got to sort of chip away. That's my aim, is just sort of chip away.
Because then you're going to get an honest following then, aren't they? That's what it is. And you want it's like an honest living. You're not paying for subs. You're not paying
No,
for followers.
this
Like you
is
can go
it.
on Instagram and that. But the man's come in, Anthony Romella, the guy that done the picture behind us. He's popped in chat.
Lovely
Absolute
job.
legend. But yeah, no, it's really bad that obviously people are just going for new products. But when we all started vaping, you always looked at the new thing. The first thing I bought was a profile RDA because it just come out that week, and every video that was on was the profile RDA, sorry, like Rip Trippers. He fucking sung that thing into the sound. Yeah, it turned out to be a really good fucking RDA, but it was the flavor of the week, and then that dropped off, and then it was the dead rabbit or fat rabbit, one of the two. I can't remember. Yeah. And then I wanted one of them.
It's just obviously it's like with some reviewers as well. Not all, but some of them. It's if you're gonna do an RTA or an RDA. My personal opinion is if you're gonna review it, you need to put the coils in on camera. It's not, with some of them, I've seen some of them where they're reviewing the product and then they'll take the top cap off and you've got two coils already installed sitting there. I personally, I don't think that's right. I think personally, you should take the top cap off and have no coils there and show us on camera you installing them coils.
Yeah.
Not a fucking heart attack make fucking earlier. This is what I did fucking 3 hours ago. I want to see the coils installed because I want to watch. Do you get what I mean? Because
I
remember when I first started, and I can't remember who it was now. I was looking at one tank, and for the life of me, I didn't know what to cut the coil legs. And then I watched the review, and I thought, here we go. I'm going to see him install the coils. Take his top cap off. The coils are already in. So you're thinking that's no good to me. I need to see you putting them in. I want to see it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds stupid. Yeah. I just believe. I think
it makes a hell of a difference because that was going to be my next point. The reviewers that I like most, like I know Birdman's good friends with him, is Legion Vapes as well, the Australian dude with the big beard. Because when he does the review, when he does like the table bit, like what you do, you can see he goes, "Oh, it's just been washed." And you can see it's just been washed, and he's used it. Do you know what I mean? Then you see him install the coils, you glow them, wick them. Then he takes a vape on it. Then it goes to him, and he's still vaping away. So
that's how it should be.
Is that whole process? It's like when someone pulls it out, brand spanking new, it has never been touched. It's a difference if it was a first look. If you take it out,
it's not. A lot of people don't. They make out they've been vaping it the last 3 or 4 weeks, and you can see when they're reviewing it where the mistakes they make, and then after the time, some of the things they ain't got to do what's going on, and you can clearly see that. But they've vaped it for 3 weeks. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, no, you ain't. You're reviewing it out the fucking box, man. Do you know what I mean?
I'll give you a giggle. I was tempted to do a bit of to do some reviews.
Yeah,
I tried it originally. I don't know how you do it. Trying to talk and put coils in and keep it on camera is one of the fucking hardest things I ever done. I tried like 10 times. I gave up. I gave up.
I think like anything though, I think as the more you keep doing it and you try, I think as long as you try and the more you do it, you sort of understand. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think back to when I first sort of done reviews and they weren't brilliant because what do you talk to? There's no one to talk to. You know what I mean? You hear your own voice and then it's just feels a bit weird. I think you get used to it. You do.
Because I'm such a weirdo. Like I take forever glowing my coils. I'll sit here for about 20 minutes. Because I even if it's a 0.1 coil, I will start dry burning at 10 watts.
Yeah, but that's because you're a coil builder, though, isn't it? It's got
nobody wants to sit there for 20 fucking minutes.
No, I certainly
coil.
That's just because you're a coil builder. That's why, though, isn't it? If you weren't, you wouldn't.
Maybe not, but I will say here first, I am in the process of making build maintenance and coil building videos for YouTube. I will not be doing reviews or that, but I will be. They are coming in the next. Well, probably in the new year. There'll be a little series together of build maintenance and some coil building, so you guys can learn with us because the new build kit's nearly together. Fuck me, it's been a mammoth task, mate. I'm not even joking. It's been an absolute ball ache getting the new build rig together. But yeah. Mate, it's ridiculous. I thought, you know, like when you have a plan in your head and then it just gets blown so far out of proportion that it just becomes a monster. That's literally what's happened with me.
It's mad, isn't it? It's because everything, it's like you said though, you work full time, you got the baby now, and it's just you can't do everything at once now. You've got other things in the background that goes on as well as trying to do your other sort of bits, isn't it? Which it is. It's general life, isn't it?
And it's the pricing has gone through the roof, and then I've started working with CAD a little bit, like that computer aided design, so making prototypes and stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'll try and get it mathematically correct, and I'm shit at maths, so it turned into a whole monster. So at the moment, it's pretty much nearly there, but it's cost me an absolute fortune. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to cry and crawl into a hole.
Yeah, sure, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, it started with me buying an oak tabletop. So I'm doing 7. Yeah, it's because at the moment I'm literally running on an old folding wedding table that it's not fit for purpose anymore. But yeah, I know we're talking about going up in the world, mate, and my wallet's getting lighter and lighter.
Mate, I know that fucking feeling. Yes, I know that feeling very well. I really do.
You look at your bank statement, like, how much? I think it's the first time ever you go to the bank, you're like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
love having beans on toast for the next 2 days.
I don't know. What plan have you got anyway? What you got coming up and stuff?
Well, I've got to finish off my build table, which is going to be done in the next couple of days, and then I've got bits flying in from Germany.
Oh yeah,
because of Mystic Coils, one of Birdman's friends. He's an Australian coil builder. You check him out. If any of you are in Australia or can get stuff from Australia, check out Mystic Coils. Really good coil builder. I had a good chat with him, and I was looking for a certain way of tracking the wires and that, and he got me in touch with the bloke. And yeah, I end up spending a small fortune and getting what I need. So that's currently being shipped from Germany. So by next week, it should all be up and running. So I'll be starting production on a bigger scale, and I'm actively looking for wholesalers now. So looking to start getting it more accessible to other people. So and as for everyone to know, you heard it here first. I will be dropping my prices. I've decided.
Okay.
Yeah, so they will be getting a lot cheaper, because even though the price that I put them are, to me they are where they should be. I know to a lot of people they're a little bit out of their price range, so I will be lowering the prices by a fair amount. So hopefully they'll be more accessible to other people. Chris Doyle's asking, any new coils planned? Yeah, Jackson's vaping on some at the moment. So am I. We've got some restricted direct lung / MTL aliens. There will be Staggerfuse Clapton versions, and I am currently working on. Well, when I say working on, I'm working out dimensions at the moment to a micro multi-core Staggerfuse Claptons.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So the big beefy bastards I sent you, just that, but a lot smaller.
Smaller. Tiny.
MTL tanks.
Yeah.
But my eyesight ain't as good as they used to be, so good old Anthony Romella glasses come in handy.
Oh,
have you seen these?
For God's sake. No, I haven't.
See? It's because I can't see shit, so I need these to see. So that's what I have to use to make those restricted direct lung aliens because I can't see shit.
Yeah, but if they work, they work, don't they? If they do the job. Mate, I need them. I do.
Mate, they're fucking incredible. And they've got a light on the front as well.
Because when I do reviews, I do it a bit different to everybody else. I use my phone. I don't use the camera.
Cheers, mate.
I use this expensive camera just to do this and nothing else. I use the phone for everything, and then I look at the phone. Like I know other people that do it via the phone look through a telly, so can have it off looking at the telly rather than down below you. And I have to look like that right at the phone to try and pick the fucking coil up, and it's like, you got to get your eyes crisp just to fucking pick it up. I could have them on. Nobody'd see me with them on.
Mate, and that's not even that they go proper thick. Like, seriously thick. They're fucking the best bit of kit.
Yeah, no,
they were a present from Anthony Ramella. So, mate, they're they're a godsend because I can't see shit after that.
Yeah, but it helps you, don't it? Everything's magnified into your fucking face.
Oh, you get them on Amazon for less than $20, so they'll probably be about 15 quid.
Yeah, man, I'm looking at them. I am seriously.
Have you seen Trailer Park Boys?
No.
There's a guy in it called Bubbles. You need to have a look at him. He looks exactly like them when I put him on. Fucking brilliant. David Loy's do a ship to Canada? Technically, no. So, yeah. Hit me up, and I'll point you in the right direction. So yeah, but yeah, get yourself a pair if you need them.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
Fucking brilliant, best bit of kit.
Whatever makes life easier. Hell yeah. Do you know what I mean? Hell yeah.
You will end up at the end of the day. I got a big old line across my forehead because I had to put the band on it, so it's got like the proper special band around it rather than the
to keep it on.
Yeah.
No, I like that. I'm going to go with that. Jobala.
Yeah, David Lloyd, you know who Bubbles is.
Oh yeah. No.
So we're already an hour in.
Yeah. No, it's not gone too bad. I think I've been off a little while. Yeah,
I still feel a little bit rusty, just a tiny bit, but no, it's been good. It's nice to get back. It's nice to get back to being out there. There you go. Tribal Buddhist something for you. 5 different magnifications. Also, they rock for coil building.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, that's what I mean. That's banging, man. When you put the coil in, the mouth to lung tank, bang them on. Yeah, man. Nobody'd see me with them on.
Mate, I struggle. I struggle building on like the Boro bridges because they're so small.
Well, the problem with me is I naturally wear glasses, don't I? And I just refuse to wear them. I wear contact lenses. And I have hard gas. I think they're called gas permeable or something like that. Hard contact lenses. So when I have them, I literally wake up, contact lenses go in, and they don't come out literally till I go to bed. But the problem I have, the longer they're in, if people wear lenses, they'll know what I mean. The longer you have them in the day, they coat in some sort of stuff. Obviously, your eyes naturally lubricate them, but stain. So when you're like that, you're looking at the table, the staining up. You're like trying to flicker your eye.
It's all that VG that's on your contacts.
Mate, it must be. It's fucking something to tell you. So if you're doing the review later on in the day, I've had my lenses in from 6 in the morning. It's like behind the camera, you're sort of trying to move the lens around in my eye to get a bit of water to take the smudge away. Do you know what I mean? So that's a pain in the ass. But it's all good fun.
Well, there you go. We got a solution for you now. You need to get some Ramella guys. We're trying to get everybody to get them. I know he sent a pair to Grim Green as well, so he's got a pair. Loads of people started getting. We started a little trend.
Yeah, but they work, don't they? So stop it. If it helps,
unbelievable. You look like a retard on them, but Mate, if they work, they work. I've answered the door once. And I was building in the door, and the missus was like, "Oh, go get the door." I was like, "Oh fuck!" I opened the door, and I was like, "Oh, package." So, sorry.
Look at you a bit weird.
Yeah, that's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, I am. I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna have a look. Have a little look there. But
No.
it's all good. Yeah.
I think we're getting to that sort of time now, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're an hour in.
It flies. Soon bloody flies. It really does.
Fucking hell, tell me about it. So, before we get finish up, Jackson, you want to shout your shit out?
Yeah. If you haven't already took a look at the channel, please, I'm not telling you to go subscribe. If you just want to have a look, check it out, see what you think. I like to think I'm pretty decent. I'm decent and honest. I am. Just jump over, have a little look at my YouTube channel, Jackson Vape Reviews, or Instagram. I'm doing pretty well on Instagram now. I'm not too shabby on the Insta.
Smashing it on Instagram.
Jackson Vape over on Insta. Obviously, a bit. It's not all vaping, as Adam knows. It's pictures of me, the missus. The only thing I don't really put on is the kids. It's just me and whatnot. A bit of more of me rather than just vaping. So Jackson Vape over on Instagram. Obviously, if you're in the UK, as some of the Americans will know, if you want to catch me on a Tuesday night over at Nature Vape channel at 8:30 on a Tuesday night. And that's obviously a vape show and something a little bit different again. And that's about it. And just a massive thanks to obviously everybody that pops into chat and, just even watches on the replay and sort of, as a tinker around of our show, something a bit different. I think, we don't plan anything or anything like that show wise, like some shows do. It's just you turn the camera on and whatever comes out, and that's what you get with it. So, thank you. It is, isn't it? It is. It's just whatever comes out. So good or bad. But no, thank you to everybody that tunes in and watches. Really appreciate it.
Tobias says he loves the Paddington pick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to go to you can't go to London without going to see Paddington there, can you? You can. That was the first night. Saying that was Friday night, and mate, that was 11 o'clock at night. And we walked because we didn't understand the underground transport, mate. We didn't know how to get onto it, so we walked. We got the phone out, Google Maps, and walked. No, I'm not shitting you. It took about 50 minutes walking to get there. And then when we got there, we realised it was 10 minutes away the other way to get back to the fucking hotel. We walked all the way around. Didn't we? Fucking London. But no, you were Paddington. I'm still, I may be hitting 40, but I'm still a bit of a kid at heart.
Buzzing. Still buzzing.
Yeah, man. No, I enjoyed it. I think it's cool, isn't it? Like I went hunting around. Well, you'll know because you fucking live there. But in Kensington Park, you got like statues of like Peter Pan, where you got Peter Pan statue, and you've got all the kids beneath him. You got the rabbit, and then you've got all the other statues around, so stuff like that. I went and looked at statues, took the pictures. It's just interesting. Really interesting, something different, isn't it?
If you haven't seen it before, it's worth going to see.
Well, that's what I mean. So I made sure I just videoed and pictured everything. Everything, like everything.
200 pictures of Paddington Bear.
Yeah, man. So I have to get on that and get a picture. Fucking dear, I sound a dick. No, but massive thanks to everybody. Really appreciate coming on and everything. Thank you. And you?
Well, you can. The website is nearly up. Well, it's up, but being a dyslexic fucker, I didn't realise that the horrendous amount of spelling mistakes and grammar. The wife read it and she was like, "You need to take this down. This is fucking horrendous." So you can go on it, but you probably won't fucking understand most of it on it. But that's going to get sorted on Monday morning. But the link on the website is on there for coils. There's also a link on there for merchandise if you want it. Follow me on Instagram at the Cloud Cartel UK. I'm on Facebook, the Cloud Space Cartel UK. I'm on Twitter. I don't remember the password, so don't worry about me on there. If you're up for a late one in the UK, you can wait around till midnight, where I'm doing Across the Pond with the Vaping Jedi and Angela Garrity. So that's the second show that I'm back on. So I'm smashing it, 2 shows in one day.
I don't know how you do it.
Mate, it's all right. That's
Mate,
done.
I can't to 12 o'clock. I'll be fucking knackered, man.
Mate, do you know what? I get knackered just before it starts. And as soon as I press live, I get a second win. But then once it's finished, I'm like, I go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Fucking
I might not be able to because I've just drunk really strong coffee. So I think I might be doing the night shift with the little one tonight because I won't be able to sleep.
Oh, man. I don't miss them days. I don't miss them.
To be honest, he's all right. He cries when he shits, and then he has a mad hour where he's just a miserable little fucker and just wants to moan. But apart from that, he's all right.
Yet, you want to touch wood. You want to touch wood. Trust me, you want to touch wood.
I am. Don't you worry. I don't you worry. But he has taken after me. He's an absolute shitting and farting machine.
Have you got him in his cot in your room?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, man. But, just don't do what I used to do. Don't do what I used to do. Obviously, I've got fucking 4. They're getting grown up now, but when they got to a certain age, because the screaming used to kill me, and obviously I used to work nights and stuff like that. I'd come home and put them in the bed for me, and then it was just it's hard to get them back out. So hard.
We started to. We lay him on the bed. If it's in the middle of the night and he's throwing a bit of a wobbly, we will whack him on the bed for like 10-15 minutes until he gets a bit until he gets a bit too comfortable. When he falls asleep, we pick him up again.
Put him back.
Yeah. But to be honest, he obviously hasn't taken after me because he's good as gold. He was out for 5 hours today, and he was good as gold.
Yeah, you can't moan about that.
He's probably going to turn into a right little shitbag when he's older, though. So
yeah, yeah.
Watch this space. All right, well, that's me done. So, thank you for stopping in. Stay safe, be good,
vape safe,
and we will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Sure will.
See you later.
Bye.